Now this diff checker is set up already to have proof of weak hands code on the left and Gandhiji's code on the right, and anything that's in green and red are the bits that are different in the code. Obviously all these bits at the top here are just the comments, and you can see I've added here some of my favorite or some of Mahatma Gandhiji's quotes here before we get into any of the code or anything like that. So it's always nice, you can go through and have a read of those bits if nothing else, guys, if you don't get the code. But points being, the things that are changed here other than titles, the administrator addresses were all removed from this contract. So you'll see a big list long of administrator addresses here, and these are all people. You see, the thing is, for a system to be truly decentralized, no one person can have any more benefit in that system than any other person from a decentralized point of view. It can't be hardwired that this particular person gets a benefit. That's not, you can call it decentralized, it's not democratic, it's not a decentralized way of doing things. So we remove that. And people will say, oh well, Sonny, well what happened with the ambassadors and what did you do? Doesn't mean to say, oh, did you just, no, I didn't buy up all the tokens. It's documented. I bought 2.5 Ethereum worth of tokens. I then paid the most professional YouTuber in India from my own pocket to promote this smart contract in India. By the time, now it took a few days to arrange this, so by the time the contract got launched, when I say launched, by the time the video was launched and this went out to the public, there was just less than 8 Ethereum, or just over 8 Ethereum, I think, at the time when the video aired or was recorded. So every opportunity was given for people in India to look into this and become part of this section, and we did. We managed to get just under 20 Ethereum's worth of people, of addresses. We have over 200 addresses in the first 20 Ethereum's worth of tokens, or 21 Ethereum's worth of tokens. There are over 200 different addresses, all with little bits of micropayments, and maybe at the time they didn't understand what they were putting their Ethereum into, but they did, they believed. For that belief, like I say, the first true believers will surely be rewarded the most. It's a line from the website. So that's how, in my mind, I made it as fair as possible. Yes, I was the one that bought the first tokens, and yes, I only bought 2.5 Ethereum's worth, whereas people or the developers in Proof of Weak Hands 3D, they deemed it fit and saw that they needed to have 21 Ethereum's worth of tokens, the first 21 Ethereum's worth of tokens for themselves. I didn't think that bit was right. I didn't think it fitted in with what a decentralized vision should be, so I removed it. That's what we did there, and that's how we overcame that issue. You could argue with it, but at the time, like I say, it's the compared to Proof of Weak Maths, Proof of Weak Legs, Poo, any other clone, any other person that did this at the time, what were their intentions of doing it? It's plain to see now because they're all dead and gone. What were their intentions? Did they have the vision to run a project like this? Did they start off, or was it all just about them? And yeah, I get it. I understand. People now, they're looking on this space like, oh, we don't like dApps and smart contracts and this, that and the other. That's their fault. That is their fault, because they perverted this beautiful piece of code. That's what they did. I mean, in my eyes, this, when I looked at this ambassador section in this beautiful piece of maths, this ambassador section it's perverting it. Why I had to take it out. It's why I got rid of it. And then yes, you know, there's an administrator address in both of these contracts. Exactly right, 100%. There is an administrator. Wow, you see, these smart contracts, An administrator address ultimately is just a wallet address. It's the wallet address normally that creates the smart contract, depending on how it's built. In this particular smart contract, the administrator address has been converted by Keccak 256 to give this long transaction hash here instead, not transaction, to give this long hash here instead of just a small address. Now, if you decode OX Gandhiji, 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 you will get the administrator hash here. So what does that mean? In layman's terms, it means there is no real address. There's no real Ether, there's no ETH wallet address that matches up to this hash that will allow any functions. It's provable, like I just told you. You can go and check it. Provable that there is no real wallet address that is in charge of this smart contract. It was, for me, it was the easiest and quickest way to get rid of another perversion in this maths. I wanted people to see that this is the same maths and the same system. So I was trying to keep the changes minimalistic as possible, so that you can come and check this diff checker and you can see. Because you see, the thing is, guys, I don't know if you realize, I did have the vision. In the first place, when I made this, I knew where proof of weak hands was going to go to. I understood it because I had the vision. You know, this is the thing, if you understand this technology and the beauty of this maths, it's why all the nerds flocked to it. It's why all the nerds are still in it now, because they understand the technology. The people that would, don't get me wrong, guys, the people that were just chasing the money, yeah, great, you lot have moved on, but the people who love the technology, they're all still there because they understand the technology. Knowledge is power. The human race is getting cleverer. We have more information at our fingertips. We have the best communication possibilities in the world that we've ever had now, right now. It's about the code. It's about what proof of weak hands was before FOMO 3D. It was a complete system. Everybody loved it. The nerds are still there loving it. Those hardcore crypto wealth, I know. Deep down inside crypto wealth, I know you know. You know what it was like in proof of weak hands before FOMO 3D came out. And when you sit down and everybody's blinded a little bit by the amount of Ethereum. Take the Ethereum out of it and just look at the technology. Just look at the technology and look at it from that point. And yeah, I know, I get the backlash. You know, you're not in it for the technology, you're in it for the money. Then why, answer me this, why out of all of the clones, every single one of them, why was Gandhiji the only one that didn't add a Ponzi jackpot FOMO style contract? When everybody was running around, every single one of them all was running around trying to fix this, trying to do that, launch FOMO this, lightning, boom, boom, boom. What, you really think I can't do it? The code for FOMO was launched, it was open 5 or 6 days before FOMO come out. You think I wasn't looking? I mean, guys, I don't know what you think about me, but I do my research. I look into things. I implore you to do the same. I try, if you want to do it, I'll do it with you. I try and even make it fun and make it understandable, because I know we can't all, we don't all see things in the same way. We can look at things and see different. A lot of people look at this smart contract and think it's a Ponzi scheme just because they've not looked properly. And people look at this and they, you've just copied proof of weak. No, do you not understand how it opens up? Do you not understand that proof of weak hands was a third iteration? And it wasn't a third iteration by the people that started it in the first place. It was a third iteration by some other people. Justo and Manso, they're not the original creators. But you know what? Everybody should be given, their own respect. Doctor deserves his respect. You know, Dr. Jock, I don't want to say his name because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it. Dr. Jokanoki is the easiest way that I can say it. But Dr. Jokanoki, Justo Manso, you can't beat Dr. Jokanoki. I'm sorry. You know, you've got to deflate those egos a little bit, guys. Give respect to the guy who come up with the concept, who put it out there, you know, the real mathematician. Why does nobody talk about him? It just become about Justo or Manso becoming famous from it all, or, you know, Team Justin. I don't I didn't even want to come out, guys, because for me, Gandhiji's name should be at the front of this project. It's that special. The code, proof of weak hands maths, is that special that it deserves. The education that this learning about this platform can give to my countrymen is phenomenal. The education, the knowledge, the learning about this latest development in the blockchain space. Now let me just break that down for you a second. Let me just, because you know it's not. Listen, go and have a look at all the ICOs that you guys investing in. Go and have a look at all the ICOs you're not investing in, and go and have a look at the talk of the town for the future is dApps, smart contracts. That's what everybody will. DApp platform. Is this platform going to accept dApps? Is it going to? Oh, Tron's now making dApps. Oh, if dApps are the future, and they're going to play this much of a part in blockchain, then why are you ignoring the dApps that we've got now? Why are you ignoring the dApp, or, you know, the whole space, and saying that, you know, no, this is, you know, it's not great. Yeah, of course, if that's how it's projected in the news, and if that's how all the YouTubers are going to project the dApp space and smart contract space, then that's what that is the impression. I get it. I understand. There's been some dirty developers that I won't name any names. There's a whole list, a big long list of dirty smart contracts that have been made. I made one smart contract, and I stuck to it from the start because I believe in the code, I believe in the technology, I believe in the system, and I know our look. We take our time. We wait for us to understand this now. We are pioneering space. You think we're not pioneering space in India? We are pioneering space in India as well. We are walking our path, and Gandhiji is going to be a big part of that future. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Digital India Vision 2019. Here we come. Watch out, all you scammers.
Oh